Hello my friends, I hope you're all doing well. I've got a tiny tip to show you today and I'm fairly sure that you didn't know about it, and a couple more little tips that you may know about. So what I have here is a scene with default Michael 4 and then a character that I've created, a teenager, and this teenager is kind of on the skinny side, but what they both have in common is that I've injected all of the DAS Elite morphs into them. So often your characters will have optional morphs that you can buy, and then you inject them in to give them things like better muscle definition or different face shapes or whatever. And so I've injected the morphs into these, and then I've shaped this character into this pose. But the thing that I want to show you is that supposing I want to transfer this pose over to this figure. Easy enough, you probably think. We'll just go over to the pose dots here, and then we'll just choose this character. So he's called Kid. Just choose him, any part of his body will do. And then we just click on here to record a pose dot. And then I click on this character, and to transfer that pose across, I click on the dot that I created, and boom, there you go. But I'm sure that you instantly see the problem. This guy's got quite a distinctive face, and what it's done is it's converted all of the morphs and all of the shaping stuff that goes with it, not just the pose. So basically, when you save a morph using the pose, when you click the pose dots, it saves all of the morphs as well. Incidentally, Alt and then click on one of these to delete them. So the better way to do that is to go into your pose library and do add. So choose this guy, add, and then we'll just call it example. And make sure that you don't save morph channels or transformations or scales. And then you just do save there. And now what we have is a pose here called example. Now when I click on this character, double click example, and it's kept the character's proportions, but it's transferred the way he's sitting. So pretty useful there. One more interesting thing. So this character here, Michael 4, as I say, I've already injected all of his poses in. So let's just show you what I mean. If I go over to my content here, I've got a folder, and this is all the morphs that I can inject. Back in the day, Dads used to be able to inject these morphs plus, which were advanced shaping morphs for hands, legs, feet, all kinds of things. And you inject those one at a time to keep the character size down. So what I mean by that is every time you inject a morph, it increases the size of the overall figure because it keeps both the figure and the morph attached to it. So this character here, I've injected all of those morphs that I just showed you here, the entire set, and that's, I don't know, hundreds of different morphs into this character, because it's easier when you're working to have a single figure with all of the morphs and then adapt it how you want, especially if you're trying to create something that looks like somebody in the real world or just a particular type of character. But now that figure size is not really such a problem, what we can do is we can take this character and then we can go to our character library, and we're just going to save that here, and we'll just call that example as well. And sorry, I forgot to do add morphs there, so we'll call that example again. Example, and select the whole group. So that means it's going to select the shorts as well. We don't necessarily need that, but you can. And then we're just going to do that. And now what we've done is we've saved that character with all of his morphs. So in future, when you need your figure that's got all of the morphs, supposing you've got a female character that's got large breast morphs or particular lip morphs that you want, rather than having to add those every single time, now you can just save a version into your library that has those morphs pre-applied. So just a quick one today. Hope you found that useful, my friends, and you take care.